Welcome back to Build Your Legacy podcast. Another episode. We're here today in the studio in Jacksonville. Bill,
Yeah.
how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You doing all right?
Yeah, I can't complain. You know, we're coming into that time of year. You know, we got dance competitions coming up. You know,
Better you than me.
yeah. You know, we got to get our routines down.
Okay.
You know, the costumes are starting to come in. Got to make sure everything fits good.
Ooh.
You know, got 3 big ones this year. 3 big ones. Got to go defend our title in supply from first place last year.
Ooh, yeah.
So
How many teams were there? Are they called teams? I guess that would be my question.
So here, I'll be 100% honest with you. As a seasoned dance dad,
Okay.
I don't understand who's competing against who. What I don't.
And who's judging these things? I mean, you just slip them $100. Is that why that you won?
I don't know. I because again, I'm not a pro by any means, but I've watched some people win some stuff where I've sat there and been like, that's not very good. Not saying that we're the greatest or anything, but you know,
But you're obviously the best at supply.
We won in supply last year, so we were stoked for that, and we're going back this year to put it on them again.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
See, I'm more used to we get a uniform and it lasts for 2 years, hopefully, and that's it.
That's it.
We don't have costumes.
Yep.
You know, we have uniforms.
The costumes, you know, the one thing that is new to me or that I never thought of before getting into this was you got to have part of the costumes, the shoe you wear, the hair bow aspect. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. My wife is a little upset this year because she spent the last few years perfecting what we call dazzlers braids in our household. They're just going with the slick back pony this year, so she doesn't get to show off her skills, you know. So there's
always next year.
There's a lot of moving parts to this, man.
Now, does there cause any fights? Not mother-daughter fights here. No, I'm talking about like mom-to-mom fights at the back. Are they getting mad?
Oh, yeah, no, it gets.
So this is serious business.
It's serious business. I mean, it's a big deal.
And I'm sure a lot of tears.
Oh, there's a lot of tears, a lot of frustration, a lot of judging of others and who wins. I mean, it's
Well, they're judging. I mean, why wouldn't they judge? They're getting judged.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You know, I am one. You know, I go and I support because I love my daughter and she's great, by the way. But you know, I watch her dance and then I am trying to find something to go do, you know, while others are dancing as much as I can.
Well, hopefully it's reading all the reviews from our podcast and
it's
coming up with topics.
It's coming up with topics, you know, all those things.
Yeah, that was a good one. Let me put that down.
Exactly.
So last dance competition, what was a topic that you thought about for today? Or maybe it was dance practice that you were sitting there waiting to pick her up.
You know, I was in dance practice or waiting to pick up at dance practice. And we've added a new strategic partner at the national level. And, you know, it really wanted me to come up with the idea of, you know, how do we talk about how our relationship really helps cultivate new partnerships when it comes to carriers, right? And how we're constantly striving to add new carriers to the lineup so that we make sure our members have the best partners to go out and be competitive in the marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. I mean, we're constantly looking at what can we do to help agents. Part of helping agents is finding the right insurance carrier to help them succeed.
100%. And, you know, coming out of the hard market, you know, carrier access is getting harder and harder for agencies, no matter if you're a startup or even if you're existing, right? I mean, they're tighter on their underwriting guidelines. They're looking for growth. You know, the amount of premium that they're wanting, you know, agencies to place with them is higher. In some cases, the compensation is getting lower. And so that market access is becoming tougher and tougher, no matter who you are in the market right now. And so that's where our goal is to make sure we're adding the right partners when it comes to carriers to help our members get the access they need.
Yeah, and we're not looking to add too many. I mean, you can see it from SI of North Carolina, from SIAA. This isn't something that we're out just adding everybody because, you know, we value the partners that we have.
We do.
But we also have to take a look at what do our agents need. And so when you think about it the past several years too, there's been partner carriers of ours that have sold, spun off businesses, got rid of lines of business that have merged together. And so when that happens, we lose a market. So it's also one of those that what do we do to gain the next market?
Gain the next market and be able to plug that gap.
Yeah, that's right.
So to speak. I mean, one of the hidden values that they get out of the relationship is they're plugging into this growth engine that is SIA of North Carolina and SIAA that helps facilitate these relationships because of the success we're having with our current partners, the growth we're achieving across not only locally, but the country, right? And we're a reliable distribution partner for a carrier. And then the other side of it is we're writing and ensuring quality risk, right? You know, we're writing the right things with the right companies because we're not handcuffed by a single carrier, right? We can spread risk. And so we're able to grow, we're profitable in our growth, and that in turn makes our relationship attractive to a carrier partner because they can go and help achieve their goals by partnering with someone like our members.
And I do think that they're seeing everything we're putting into the members too, the training, the IT, all the things that we're doing. Yeah, the investments we're doing and SIA is doing, the people that we're putting in to help with this, we're putting the resources in to help agents.
That's one of the key things for agency owners in general is investment and growth. And that is one thing that we do a lot of, and SIAA spearheads a lot of that for us, is continually making investments help our members grow, right? Yeah. And that way our members don't have to foot that bill all on their own, right? They've got someone strategically helping them do that and access these things. Sometimes it's free. Other times it's at a discounted rate, right? But we're helping them access the right features that these carriers are looking at, kind of saying, hey, these guys are all in, right? They're not just flying by the seat of their pants.
Yeah, and you know, we've got some great partners.
Wonderful
partners. And I think one of the episodes that we'll probably do coming up is something about diversification of things. So we do need to bring on new markets, you know, help our agents diversify when there's a need. We're independent. We want them to write with our partners. We hope that they want to write with their partners because the compensation is good. And we always talk about the 5 layers of compensation. There is still an opportunity. So the more that we're engaging and talking with the agents, we're seeing where the need is coming in.
Right.
And where's the void? So, okay, so now all of a sudden, now we're communicating back with SIAA. Our buddies in Florida, California, or wherever may be communicating the same thing to SIAA. And we're like, okay, let's put this together to see what we can do to find the right partnership next.
You know, everybody's working together, right? And it's the power of being affiliated with an alliance like ours that allows us to do that. And it's us taking the like you said, what we're hearing from the streets, to then go and leverage that for the right relationships to give our members what they need to be competitive, what they need to place risk, right? And what they need to achieve their goals and maximize their compensation while they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, looking for them to grow.
Yeah, we're looking for them to grow. And the other side to that is we're also not just introducing you to these carriers, right? You know, we're there as a bridge between the carriers and your agency to help make sure you understand what they're doing, where their value proposition is in your agency, in the market, so that you can achieve success with them.
So, I mean, I think that's one of those things that we're here to say is if they went to SI North Carolina, SIMNC.com, our partners page shows all of our partners.
Yep.
Now, different times we've seen it where at some point State Auto is going to slowly go away if it hadn't already, and Liberty Mutual pops in there because they merged.
Yeah.
That, you know, they were acquired. And so the other thing is so we lost a tile maybe there. And then to your point, what would just happen of like a Progressive. Now we're going to plug in a Progressive tile to it. You know, the Travelers tile has been there forever. You know, I think Greg T was at one of the SIA things saying that was one of the first carriers, or maybe the first carrier for SIAA. And there have been a lot that have been around for a long time with us. Markets shift, things happen, we grow.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of it, right? We value our partners, but we're constantly looking on behalf of our network as a whole to create new and meaningful partnerships to add more to the tiles, the table, to help agencies be that local solution in their marketplace.
That's right.
And that's the primary goal. You know, as someone said, you know, I think part of what we try to do as a network and as sort of stewards of the network is pick up rocks and find dollar bills for people.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
And carriers are a big part of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're constantly looking, and we're able to to do that because of our members, because how successful they are, because of the things that they're doing in the marketplace, and because of the growth that we've achieved to this date and continue to have.
Yeah.
It gives us the ability to go out and do that, and carriers are looking at us as a viable partner in their growth in their distribution platform.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still looking at the relationships that are existing.
Yeah.
So it's one of those that we're picking up a lot of rocks. Doesn't mean a lot of them get put on board or it makes sense, but we're constantly trying to figure out what it is. And when it makes sense and that relationship is ready, we're ready as well. But
we want it to be
it's very limited too.
We want it to be a win-win for both parties.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we're picking up rocks, and sometimes what's underneath that rock wants to work with us, but it's not the right fit.
Right.
And so to your point, we don't look to partner with everybody. We look to partner strategically with the right people.
That's right.
And no different than our members, right? We don't look to partner with everybody. We look to strategically partner with the right people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how it all comes together for success.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure there's the next company, the next rock's going to be picked up, and we'll see what that is. But, we are constantly, I think last year there was a couple that were picked up, and certainly this year already in 2026, we've picked up another strategic partner.
It's a constant. We never stop looking.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the important thing, and to have, people understand what exactly the network is doing to try to help grow is a big piece.
Yeah, absolutely. So, awesome.
Well, until next time.
Let's do it again.
All right.
All right. See you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. You can catch our Build Your Legacy Insurance Edition podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, or send us over a topic recommendation at podcast@siaofnc.com. If you're interested in learning more about what we do, visit us online at www.siaofnc.com. We hope you enjoyed our newest episode. See you next week.